Hey everybody, this is TotalGamerJunkie. I want to welcome you all back to my channel. So, I've just found out some news from one of my subs, Dr. Daniel. He gave me this news about not only E3, but Life is Strange. So, I figured I'd cover it all in one video, as E3 could play a part in a Life is Strange reveal. Because as I mentioned before, apparently Deck 9 will be receiving the rights to make Life is Strange. So, Don't Nod isn't making it anymore. It's apparently going to Deck 9, because Don't Nod isn't the publishers, they're just the developers. It's Square Enix who owns the rights to Life is Strange, and they decide who can make games. Just like with Disney and Star Wars, they're releasing, they're letting a bunch of companies like Ubisoft, for example, make Star Wars games. But we're not here to talk about Star Wars, we're here to talk about Life is Strange. Now, the first thing I want to bring up is E3. Now, normally E3 is this big convention place where people can go. Well, it's not really a convention, but it's basically a place you can go and, well, I guess technically it can be, like, I guess it all depends what you consider to be a convention, but yeah, people can dress up as characters they like, they go to E3, and when you're there, you get to watch the new trailers for new games, or you get to know about new games being in development and that. So this article talks about how E3 is planning to, instead of going live this time due to coronavirus, E3 is planning a digital event that's going to be happening this year. And I got the article here, I just want to read it real quick. I'm not going to go over the whole thing, I just want to mention how this could possibly tie into Life is Strange. E3 organizer, the Entertainment Software Association (ESA), is pushing forward with plans for a digital event this summer, but it still requires the backing of major game companies. The Electronic Entertainment Expo (E3) that's like 3 E's. I didn't even realize that, because I just didn't even know what E3 stood for. But Electronic Entertainment Expo, 3 E's. Okay. The mystery has finally been solved. Alright, but moving on from my stupidity. E3 has historically been at the center of the games industry calendar, with companies often saving their biggest announcement for the annual Los Angeles event. However, due to the coronavirus pandemic, plans for a physical E3 in 2020 were cancelled, when a proposed 2020 virtual show also failed to materialize. The ESA promised a reimagined E3 would take place in June 2021. According to E3 2021 pitch documents sent to game publishers and seen by VGC, the ESA has now outlined its proposal for this year's event, which would see 3 days of live stream coverage held during the previously announced dates of June 15 to 17. The ESA's intention is to hold multiple 2-hour keynote sessions from games partners, an award show, a June 14 preview night, and other small streams from games publishers, influencers, and media partners. The broadcast event would be supplemented by media previews the week before, as well as demos released on consumer platforms according to the ESA's proposal. Now, that's interesting to hear. So, as you all know, February 6th has passed, and we did not get a reveal from the supposed Life is Strange game that Deck 9 has been working on, which is Life is Strange 3. Now, who's to say, maybe we could still get something. It's still February, so maybe we could get like a little sneak peek at the new Life is Strange game being made by Deck 9, and then they could show us at this digital E3 that's meant to be taking place in June. But then again, it's not like entirely possible, because as it said before, they do need publishers, influencers, and media partners if E3 is to make it, because E3 needs all this stuff to help. And it says right here, game demos and keynotes are part of ESA's proposal, but it still needs backing of publishers. So they do need the publishers to come forward and be like, okay, yeah, we've got a lot to show from this game, let's show it. So, yeah, so that moves on to the next part here. So, this came out 4 days ago. and this was on Reddit, and it's a rumor. So, well, it's not really a rumor, but you know, like I'll go through it. Kylie Brown, actress for Rachel. Sorry, I'm getting tongue tied. I don't know why. Kylie Brown, actress for Rachel Amber in Life is Strange Before the Storm, hints that she's in an upcoming game in 2021. On January 16th, she made this Instagram post where a user commented, "Kylie in more games 2021," to which she replied, "Yes." Then yesterday she posted this on her Instagram story, which suggests that she's back in the studio recording something. Maybe it's related, and maybe it's not. The last time this happened on her Instagram, it was a similar teaser of her doing motion capture in the studio. Then 5 weeks later, she revealed that she'd be one of the 2 leads in WWE 2K20. I've seen her in it. Like, I haven't played the game, but I have watched the cutscenes. I know she's one of the characters. Like, I remember watching it, I was like, whose voice is that? It's like, oh right, it's Rachel Amber. Because this actress, Kylie Brown, I've only ever seen her in Life is Strange Before the Storm. Maybe I've seen her in something else, but I just know her for Before the Storm. Like, this year, even though she's in WWE 2K20, I'll always remember her as Rachel Amber playing Rachel Amber from Life is Strange Before the Storm. So anyways, continuing. 2 years ago, she did make this post on her IG story, where when someone asked if she was preparing for Life is Strange Before the Storm 2, she replied with an angel emoji and a picture of what looks to be a script, but that was probably WWE 2K20 or maybe not. Her response seemed kind of snarky, like, "Can't tell you, but maybe." And see right there, as you all know, Rachel Amber is killed by Nathan Prescott, who accidentally overdoses her. Then he and Jefferson have to bury her body out in the junkyard in order to cover it up. And the fact that she uses this angel emoji, maybe because, as you all know, Rachel Amber's dead. Maybe it's meant to be like she's rising from the grave, or like you know. I guess like I'm looking too deep into it, but we know Rachel Amber's not coming back from the dead, at least in the Life is Strange timeline. But I guess what I'm trying to say is it could be possible that she's like a phoenix, is rising from the ashes to do this other role for Before the Storm, which brings us to the third and last article here about not one, but apparently 2 Life is Strange games. Now this was actually posted 5 months ago, and I just received this a few days ago from Dr. Daniel. So all the news, yes, from him, by the way. Like, well, it's not, he didn't write it, but he just let me know about it. So another post on Reddit is, "I will not share my affiliation or my company's affiliation with Square Enix for obvious reasons, so take this with a grain of salt if you wish, but there is some exciting stuff on the way for Life is Strange fans. Here's a summary of 2 listings we received. The first one is Life is Strange Amber Alert. Deck 9 Studios presents a new spin-off of the Life is Strange franchise in this 3-part sequel to Life is Strange Before the Storm. Play as Rachel Amber and follow her through the events leading up to her appearance, coming Q4 2020. Now, in case any of you are confused, the Qs are basically Q1, 2, 3, and 4. They're quarters of the year in the Gregorian calendar. So Q4 is the 1st of October to the 31st of December, which is 92 days in total. So this Life is Strange Amber Alert was apparently meant to be then. And I guess, I don't know, like, playing as Rachel Amber, I could, like, if Before the Storm 2 comes out, like, I think it'd make more sense to continue playing as Chloe, because as I said before, in a Before the Storm sequel, I would like it to be each game to be a year after the next one, and then the game for the third one would end just as Rachel disappears, so during that 6-month time. And then I suppose, like, if we were to, who knows, we could maybe have a farewell DLC for Rachel Amber. We see how she gets captured by Nathan and dies, you know, just, yeah, that'd be, I doubt they'd do that, though. They'd let her see her die up close, but you never know. We saw Chloe get shot in the head, so it's like, I don't see why they would show that and not show Nathan accidentally killing Rachel Amber. But anyway, moving on to the second game. Now this one is quite interesting, but then I'm a little more skeptical about this. I don't believe this one. Life is Strange, Eye of the Storm. The third entry in Dotnoid's Entertainment Life is Strange series will explore different stories with different characters, each episode further information coming next year. I am told Life is Strange Amber Alert was supposed to be revealed in June and episode... Oh, now I'm getting... sorry, I just misread that. I am told Life is Strange Amber Alert was supposed to be revealed in June and episode 1 was set to release this August, similar to how Before the Storm was released August 2017. However, it was pushed back due to the pandemic. Not much is known about the third entry to the original series, but it seems like each episode will follow different characters with different powers. I assume they'll all come together at the end of the game, but that information is unknown. It doesn't seem to have started production yet, and the reveal will be next year. My guess is that the game will either come out late 2021 or early 2022. So there we have it. We have Life is Strange Amber Alert, which will have us be playing as Rachel Amber, and then we have Life is Strange Eye of the Storm, which will have us play as a different person within each episode. Now, honestly, I think, like, with Life is Strange 2, I actually thought it was refreshing, well, not to put shit on Life is Strange 1, but I did like how in Life is Strange 2, they didn't give you powers when playing as Sean, they gave them to Daniel. I liked how they did that reverse, because in Life is Strange, you're Max, and you have the power to rewind time. You're a time lord essentially, and you can do anything. But tongue-tied again. But with Life is Strange 2, you had to mentor Daniel. So, and it makes you think, like, what if the roles were reversed? What if Chloe got the ability to rewind time and not Max? So, that's all the news I have about Life is Strange. Now let's go over it a bit. So if E3 does end up having a digital event, which again is going to take place in June, allegedly, if this does get through, we could see the next Life is Strange game at this E3. Now, I honestly don't think that this Life is Strange Eye of the Storm, I highly doubt that's going to happen. But this post was 5 months ago, so who's to know? Because when it was written, it said further information coming next year, and it is the next year. So, like, and I'm sorry if this video is not good. It's just I'm still confused about all this, like, because they are rumors, and as you all know, people who have rumors, you have to take it with a grain of salt, because sometimes rumors can be true, sometimes rumors cannot. I think there's this one guy, Jason Schreier. I'm pretty sure he's like a massive leaker or something. I don't know too much about him, but I'm pretty sure that guy is the one leaking the Assassin's Creed games, and he always gets them right. Or a more interesting theory is that Ubisoft personally leaks their games to see what people's reactions will be. Like, I don't know, but I guess right here, we'll have Kylie Brown when, just read this part again. The last time this happened on her Instagram, it was a similar teaser of her doing motion capture in the studio. Then 5 weeks later, she revealed that she'd be one of the 2 leads in WWE 2K20. So, I do think it's possible, like, she put, a user put Kylie in More Games 2021, and she replies yes, and then puts that on her Instagram story. So, I do think it is possible, but I guess we'll have to wait 5 weeks to see whether or not this will happen. And it's February right now, so 5 weeks will be in March then, or late March and early April. It depends on what the days are, because I don't know what the days are for 5 weeks. Just thinking about it, just adding it up. I'm not doing the math right now, but you all can. So anyways, that's the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Sorry if you didn't, but I don't really have much to say on this. It's like with my theory videos, I can go on about more, you know, just make creative stuff. But this information here, it's not. It's a lot of sources. Like the E3 thing isn't really a rumor, but the stuff with Kylie Brown and Life is Strange, Amber Alert, and Eye of Storm, those are rumors. So, like I said, you got to take rumors with a grain of salt because they don't always like happen, and if they do happen, it's not exactly. It can sometimes be not the way you pictured it. So anyways, that's the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. This is TotalGamerJunkie, signing off.